me get ready, y'all. I'm gonna get everything set up real quick. Hold on. I know y'all itching for it. No, I am. Yeah, I got y'all. Just give me 1 second. That's the one thing about this Oculus, man. You're gonna have to set yourself up every time. Every time. Alright, what's up, y'all? Go ahead, hit it with, you know what I'm saying, with the normal number. What's going on with y'all? Show appreciate y'all for joining the live stream right here. Get your game, you know what I'm saying? Going down for some more. But it's here, Population 1, man. I've been goddamn, I've been at it, man. As far as, you know what I'm saying, thinking about it. Still that same spot I left for y'all last night. So, boy, I just had to get on it a little bit. So let's go. I should have righted them, I guess. I don't know. We finna go. Let me see exactly what boundaries is. Yeah, I've been thinking about this though. Let's go.
Placebos. Yo, everybody come over and give this man Fuzz Buddy a fist bump. Fuzz Buddy a fist bump.
I literally cannot move. Okay, fist bump me.
Yo, give him a fist bump. Give him a fist bump right now. Fist bump. GG's. Give him a fist bump now.
Fist bump.
Bad, playboy.
Give me a fist bump.
He's
already.
Yeah, boy. Oh, chill out, player.
Jesus Christ.
Get your ass in the box, man.
She fights back. Fist bump
Gamer.
me up.
Out of my gamer.
Now
Give
they
him a
got the
fist bump.
squad on me.
Give him a fist bump. Give him a fist
Give him a
bump.
fist bump right now.
Oh, okay.
Other hand, Fuzzy. Other hand.
It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
sorry.
Hold it. No,
You gotta have
that-
be friends.
Doohickey.
Be
You gotta
friends.
have the thing on there.
Okay.
See this thing?
Where my squad
Okay,
at, man?
it's on this one. I tried this one.
Yes,
and you told
yes.
me.
Yes.
Stay away from the motherfuckers, man. They doing all this fist bump crap. I ain't with no fist bump, boy. I better chill out with Oh, let me start actually. That's the squad right there.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, just like
But
that.
I think that's what I have though, but it's just like I have to use it to hold.
Yeah,
Is
and then
there
the
a-
other one, that other setting, if you
Yeah.
take grip toggle off, all you got to do is put your hand close to it. It automatically grips it, and then it comes on and off.
Oh,
it's
maybe
kinda-
I'll try.
It's,
Oh, that
it's
might
six
be
of one,
better
half
for
dozen
me.
of another. The only reason why I don't like it, Trav, is because when I move my gun around, sometimes I move my hand too far and it comes off. So I'd
Oh,
rather
yeah,
have
yeah.
It, you know what I mean?
I
That's
know
the
what
only
you
reason
mean.
Why. Yeah. Hey, G-Chi, how's it go, buddy?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, dude?
All right.
Doesn't seem like he has a mic, or he's just.
Yeah, I got a mic.
Your shirt.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Okay.
good player. Okay.
They're
Yeah,
long,
great fucking
long
player.
lobbies, eh?
Yeah, see, I like the grip toggle actually.
No, don't put that shit up.
Hi there, my name is Dan
he's
Scott,
lagging.
and
Oh,
I'm an
sorry.
Adobe certified instructor here at Envato Tuts Plus. And together, me and you are going to learn everything you need to know to get started with Adobe Photoshop. Now, this course is for absolute beginners. There is no need to have any previous Photoshop knowledge or any photography or design knowledge for that matter. Okay, we're going to start right at the beginning and work our way through step by step. Now, we're not going to go through every single tool and every one of its features. What we're going to do is we're going to work through real-world practical examples in Photoshop. Then we'll learn the tools and features necessary to make it a really an amazing image. We'll start by getting the most out of our photographs, correcting the light and the color, also how to change the colors completely in Photoshop. We'll spend some time with text, showing you how to distort it along with all of its effects. I'll share some amazing cropping and resizing tricks, as well as exciting ways to transform and distort images so we can fake mock-ups like this. I'll show you all my special retouching tricks, cleaning up small imperfections, as well as removing larger parts from images. Before the end of this course, you'll be able to make simple masks like this, but you'll also have the skills for super tricky masks like this out of focus here. There's lots more as well, like mastering layers, knowing the best practices for exporting images and sharing them. It's just a really good foundation for getting started with Photoshop. I set some exercises through the course so that you can practice the skills while you're learning. So if you've never opened up Photoshop, or you've opened it and you've struggled with it, follow me and I will show you the best ways to make beautiful images in Adobe Photoshop. Alright, it is time to get started. Now, the first thing you can do is you can download source files. The source files are just the files that we use throughout the course, so you can download those and play along. You can also, there are projects that get set during the course, okay? Not homework, they're super exciting things.
Eddie, you can hear me, Eddie?
Okay, but if you want to share those with us, okay, there is a forum post to use, so go to the forums and search for Adobe Photoshop for Beginners. Also, you can share on social media. Twitter, we are Tuts Plus Design, or Dan Loves Adobe, okay, or on Instagram, it's Bring Your Own Laptop. Okay, so share what you get up to. Next thing we need to do is we need to reset our workspace. We'll jump into the computer now, and yeah, we'll do that now. All right, so first thing we need to do is let's just get our screens all looking the same so you can follow along easily. So first, just go up to Window, down here to Workspaces, and it doesn't really matter what yours is set to. Let's change it to Essentials. Okay, so what we're also gonna do is we're gonna reset Essentials. So back up to Window, Workspaces, and just click this one that says Reset Essentials. And that's just going to get yours looking like mine, so yeah.
Hey, you can hear me, Eddie?
Follow along. All right, so boring stuff over, exciting stuff next video. Let's start looking at layers in Photoshop. Hi there, in this video we're going to look at layers. We're going to do some adjustments to this image, all on different layers, so we can see the different effects and really just get to understanding how layers work. All right, let's get started in this video. Okay, so first thing to do is let's go up to File and let's go to Open. Now, from the files that you've downloaded, okay, open up O1 Layers. Okay, this image comes to us free from Milos Trąciński. I practiced that. Let's open them up. Thanks, Milos. So the first thing we need to do is make sure you can see a layers panel. Mine's over here. If you can't see it, go to Window and just make sure the tick is on layers. What we might do is see this libraries panel here. We're going to look at him later in the course, but he takes up quite a lot of screen real estate. Now, my screen's quite big. Yours is probably not. When I'm working on my laptop, see these little double chevrons? I always go through and just close this down, okay, just to give yourself a little bit more room. Okay, so down here in my layers panel, I've got one layer. By default, when you're opening up a JPEG, you'll get given the word background and it'll be locked, okay? What we want to do is right click the background, okay, and go to this one that says duplicate layer. We're going to give it a name. We're going to call ours Auto Tone, okay, and that's the first of the automatic features. We're going to click OK. Now it hasn't changed anything. I've just got two layers sitting on top of each other. Okay, I've got auto tone and auto background. Now with the auto tone layer selected, okay, it's kind of this light gray, or in earlier versions of Photoshop, it's kind of a blue color. With it selected, let's go up to image and let's go to auto tone. You ready? Stand back and pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool little automatic feature. Now what auto tone is doing is highlights and shadows and better than the original had. Okay, so it goes and does that for us. A nice little quick automatic feature. When do I use that? I use that quite a lot when I'm doing maybe images that they're not going to be like the front cover of a magazine or the hero image for a design. It's just, I want a quick fix. Okay, I've taken them on my phone or something, they're not quite perfect. I'm going to go through and use something like auto tone before I say upload them to social media. So over here, my layers panel, the thing to look at is auto tone. Okay, it's a little hard to see. The thumbnails are slightly different. What we can do is turn the eyeball off on this auto tone. Just click the eye right in the middle. Okay, and now we can see the layer underneath,
only
which is the
one
background.
enemy.
So the background's still there, he's protected, he's
here,
not being wrecked,
it's,
okay? And I can turn this top one on and off easily to compare the two. Now when you're working with layers, you're always looking from the top down. Imagine you're always a bird flying above and you can see auto tone. And I could turn the eye on and off for background, but nothing happens. Okay, it's because auto tone's covering it. Okay, so I could turn you off and then you off. Okay, so that's, I guess what we're doing in this video is getting an understanding of layers. Let's do the next of the automatic features. So let's turn off the eyeball. Okay, so I turned off auto tone. Let's select the background layer and right click it again and go to duplicate layer.
No, I don't want.
Let's look at the other feature. Okay, it's called auto contrast. And let's click OK.
I know he probably in the game.
Then with that layer selected, it should be automatically. Let's go to image and let's go one of the other options. Okay, it's better. Okay, the colors are a bit strange still. So
Boy, what up, boy?
note
What
that
up,
we've
bruh?
used auto contrast and it's given us a result. Now let's compare it to auto tone by turning on this auto tone layer. On, off, on, off. Sometimes it can be a little hard in this course to see the differences depending on the video quality that you're kind of receiving. So I can see a really clear difference between, I like auto tone better, like stronger darks. Now don't think auto contrast is just broken or doesn't work. Okay, what you'll find is it depends on the image. Sometimes I open up stuff and auto tone does a horrible job, auto contrast does a great job. So open up your image and basically test all three of these. Okay, figure out which is the best, and then say you've got another 10 images to do. Then as long as they're kind of photographed in a similar sort of situation, you can often not have to try all three. Just go to the one that works. So we've got auto tone, which is nice, my favorite, auto contrast, and background. So let's turn the two eyes off on these top ones. Let's look at the last of those automatic features. Right click background, let's go to duplicate layer, call it auto tone. Nope, using auto color. And let's click OK. Let's go to image and let's just set
But I
this one.
do feel bad, like,
Pretty good.
Patrick
Okay,
is
pretty
the only
close
one
to
left
auto
at
tone.
Polygon now.
Now, if I turn them all on, what I want to do is, I know auto contrast is not that great. So I'm going to turn it off. And what happens is, if I have this off, remember you're the bird flying on top. If I want to compare auto tone with color,
do very good
okay, I can turn
informative
auto tone at
videos,
the
but
top.
I'm not going to
As
tune
long
in
as auto
every week
contrast
to
is
make
off,
sure I
if I
watch
turn
the
this
video.
eyeball off, imagine you're seeing auto color. Click on. You can kind of see I'm toggling between these two here. Okay, to see the difference. You have to experiment a little bit and play around. Okay, and if it makes it a little easier, sometimes like this right here, you can just select on him and turn on the trash can. Okay, if he's wrong, okay, keeps the layers a little bit tidier. You can also drag them. Let's say that we want auto contrast on the bottom, so we want it underneath auto color, not underneath background. Okay, he's at the back. So click, hold, and drag auto contrast. You'll see that. Can you see this little blue line appears? Okay, that little blue line is a little hard to see. That's where it's going to go. Okay, I would like you to play around. I'm going to set you a little task. I would like you to have auto, I want an alpha numeric order. So auto, oh my, ABCs. Auto color at the top, auto contrast, and then auto tone at the bottom.
It's in the sign.
Okay, just to practice dragging. That's all I want you to do, really. And you'll notice that the difference between, say, auto color and auto contrast. On the video, it might be so minutely different, just a slight color change. And then it's up to personal preference. Do you like auto color better or auto tone better? Now you could go through, open up a bunch of images, and just run that one automatic feature. Alright, so that's our basic introduction to layers. And we looked at some of the cool little automatic features in Photoshop. Now we're going to use layers all throughout this course. So if you're finding like, man, heck, that was confusing with layers, don't worry. We're going to kind of work through them every video, looking at layers, and you'll get a bit familiar with them. One of the things we'll have to do before we go though is save this document. Now we opened it up, remember it was a JPEG when we opened it. Now if I go to File Save, okay, it's going to say you can't be a JPEG. Why is that? JPEG can't have more than one layer. JPEG just have the background layer and that's it. If you had not created these other layers, it would have just saved over the top of the original.
I need me a better
Okay, but
gun.
Photoshop says, hey, you can't be a JPEG, so you're going to have to be this Photoshop
I got
file.
one.
It's a PSD, there he is there. Okay, and I'm happy for you to save it straight back into the source files using the same name. The only thing different will be the PSD.
Nah, like
Don't change
machine
any of the
gun, something
settings,
like,
okay, and just
assault
click
rifle,
save.
submachine.
This little
Gotcha.
Photoshop
I've got
format
a
options
purple
opens up every
P90.
single time. Don't worry about this. Okay, it just means that Photoshop's asking, if I save this as a PSD, do you want me to save it as a maximum compatibility version? And all that means is that it's more likely to open in the default versions of Photoshop. And so I will leave this on, makes the file size slightly bigger, but just leave it on and click on don't show again because it's not something that needs to pop up every time. I'm going to leave mine on because I'm an instructor and I need to explain this thing. It's a pain.
Oh, we all
Just leave it on there. Click OK.
keep glitching. It's pretty deep,
So
right?
let's finish this off by going to
out
File
of there.
and Close.
Oh, geez, you are
And before we
you went
go,
to the floor.
let's
Okay.
practice that. So let's go to File and go to Open. And I want you to, on your own, open up
No,
the
you're
O2
all
layers,
over the
the
place right
Tevin Dodson. Thank you very much for the image. Let's click Open.
Here,
And
I'm
I'd
gonna
like to set
drop
you a
this right
task.
next
I
to
want you
you.
to go through, duplicate the background layer. You'll end up with 4 layers in
There's an
total.
AKM and
Okay,
like a
and I want you to
billion ammo
practice
next
with
to you.
these 3 different automatic features. Then I want you to reorder them to the one at the top that you feel is the best. Remember, it's not always 100% perfect, okay? It's a bit of personal judgment, but drag the one that you think is the best to the top of the layers group
Pick up
and stack
everything.
them up. Just a bit
Yeah,
of
just pick
practice.
it up. Why not?
All right,
If you're in the neighborhood, you
I'll
don't
see you in the
have
next
ammo
video
limits.
where we are going to look at a little bit more of Photoshop kind of foundations, where we show you how to work with multiple images, kind of copy and paste from one to the other and how that works. All right, I will see you in the next video.
Yeah. if
Hello
we-
friends,
oh, hey,
in this
Cardboard,
video
there's
we're
a
going
gold
to
op
look
right
at kind
here.
of basic
I already
navigation
have a
of
gold op
Photoshop.
as well,
Okay,
so
we learned a
me and
little
my-
bit in the last videos
This
with
could be a
layers, but
really
now we're going to
cool
start
thing.
moving things around and resizing them. Okay, so we're going to
Oh, I'm
combine
excited
1,
now.
2, 3 images and put them all together on this one in these nice little cubes. Okay, so a few little shortcuts, promise not too many, but just the things that get used quite a lot. It's best to use the...
Behind us!
All right, let's get started now. All right, so to learn our kind of workflow features, we need to open up all of those images that we want to combine. So we're going to go to File, and we're going to go to Open. And we're going to be using these from Jessica Nolden.
He's over here.
Jessica, and that's the O3. That is A, B, C. Now you can click 1 and just click Open, and open them all individually.
Oh man, come on.
Useful. A little trick though is
Yeah, I gotta
select the
reset
first
this
one,
thing.
hold
I can't
shift,
be living
click
like
the
this.
last one, okay, and they should all be selected.
Good luck, man.
and click
Yeah.
Open. Now, what's happening is you can see along the top here, I've got these tabs. So all the images are open in tabs. If for some reason yours doesn't, okay, that's the default. But if it doesn't, go to Window,
I'm sorry,
Arrange, and
guys,
just
this
click
connection
Consolidate
right
on
now
all
is
tabs.
So I'm gonna restart
Now
the phone.
there's probably about 3 or 4 ways of combining
Look at that.
images. Now
My
I'm just going to
hand's
show you the
moving
one
off.
that's the most bulletproof and reasonably easy. So we want to, this first image here, this is where we want to get those little squares. So this first one here, the way to kind of drag it to this tab here is literally kind of dragging it. So we're going to grab the Move tool, which is the first one in our little toolbar here. And you click and hold with your left mouse arrow. Okay, click and hold the center of this image and drag it to this other tab. It's a bit weird. Okay, so click, hold, drag. Drag, 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 drag. The mouse is down the whole time, and I just hover above this tab and Photoshop automatically switches to this one. I've still got the mouse down the whole time. And then I move my mouse key down here and let go. Okay, so the big thing for that, it does feel a bit weird. Okay, I'm going to drag it into place. Now, it is you have the mouse down the whole time. Okay, if that went horribly wrong or didn't work at all, okay, I'm going to go to Edit and I'm going to go to Step Backwards. That just kind of undoes. I'm going to keep going step backwards until it's gone. Okay, and I'm going to practice again with you guys. So back to this tab, Move tool, click, hold, drag in the center. I'm just holding down my mouse key, holding it down, holding it down, holding it down. Okay, you do get used to it after a while. It's a strange one. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do the same for this O3C. Okay, so click, hold, drag the center of it, and then move it in here. Okay, I'm going to try and line them up nicely. Okay, Okay, you'll notice that Photoshop's pretty clever and tries to kind of automatically align things. Okay, if yours doesn't align, go to View and come down and just make sure Show and the Smart Guides is on. It's probably on by default, but I'm just in case it's not. Okay, so View, Show, Smart Guides. Great, so that works for all images, and it's going to be quite protective when we look at things later on called layer masks and adjustment layers. That dragging option is the best way to do it, in my opinion. Okay, the last one's going to throw us a little bit. This one has a different size, so the same technique works, right? So I click, hold, drag it to my first tab, let go, but it's ginormous. Okay, so this is going to happen to you, where sometimes the images can be really big, like it can go 2 kilometers that way. Okay, so you need to kind of get them down to a proportionate size. So this is going to be our kind of next bit of navigation. Now, we're going to be learning zooming in and out first. Okay, so for this to work, I need to zoom out a little bit. So there is a magnifying glass